Have you realized that nobody really wants your old stuff anymore after 70? For many seniors, this is a question that creeps into the back of the mind, but is often pushed aside because the truth can feel uncomfortable. The reality is that once you pass this milestone, most people around you stop caring about the piles of possessions you've built up over the years. This might sound harsh, but facing it head-on can change how you approach your golden years. In this video, we are diving into 5 harsh truths about decluttering for seniors that no one ever talks about. These truths may sting at first, but they will help you let go of unnecessary weight, both physical and emotional. By the end, you will understand not only why your belongings lose their importance to others, but also how to embrace freedom and clarity by holding on to what truly matters. Stay tuned until the end, because what you will discover here can completely shift how you see your relationship with your belongings. These lessons are not just about letting go of clutter, they are about reclaiming your peace of mind and creating space for the life you want to live right now. Now, let us get started. Number 1. Family does not want most of it. One of the hardest truths to face after 70 is realizing that the family members you love may not want the majority of your belongings. For decades, you may have held on to heirlooms, furniture or collections, believing that your children or grandchildren would one day treasure them as much as you do. The reality, though, is that lifestyles have changed. Younger generations often live in smaller spaces, move frequently, and prefer simpler surroundings. What felt like a symbol of pride and tradition to you may feel like a burden to them. This does not mean your possessions lack meaning, it simply means the meaning is deeply personal. For instance, that heavy oak dining table you bought in your 40s might remind you of countless family gatherings, but to your children, it represents an object too large to fit into their home. Your shelves of porcelain figurines may reflect years of joyful collecting, yet to them, they may look like items that require constant dusting. The emotional weight you attach to these objects is real, but it is your story, not theirs. Psychologically, this truth ties into how identity shifts across generations. Seniors often see belongings as an extension of their legacy, while younger people, shaped by different cultural values, prioritize experiences over possessions. This generational gap creates disappointment if we expect them to see our things with the same reverence. Accepting this difference can free you from resentment and allow you to pass on only what holds universal meaning, like a photo album filled with family history rather than an entire cabinet of dishes. A useful example is Robert, a man of 78, who had saved his entire library of hardcover books for his daughter. When she admitted she preferred digital reading and could not take them, he felt crushed at first. But when he chose a single shelf of the most meaningful titles and wrote small notes inside the covers, she gladly kept them. The rest he donated to a local library, which gave him comfort knowing others would enjoy them. His story shows how value is preserved, not by volume, but by intention. If you take this truth to heart, you will find a lighter way forward. Instead of assuming every item must be carried on, you can focus on carefully choosing a few treasures that tell your story. This approach allows your family to cherish your memory without being weighed down by all of your possessions. And in return, it gives you peace, knowing you are leaving them with meaning, not a burden. Number 2, most possessions lose market value. Another sobering truth about decluttering after 70 is that most of your possessions are worth far less than you think. Over the years, many seniors hold on to furniture, collections, or household goods with the belief that they might carry significant monetary value. But when it comes time to sell or pass them along, the harsh reality is that the market simply does not value them the way you do. Take furniture as an example. That heavy, solid wood bedroom set you purchased in your 50s once represented quality and status. Today, younger buyers want lightweight, modern designs that fit small apartments or minimalist homes. Antique shops are filled with similar pieces, and demand is low. What you view as a timeless investment is often seen by others as dated and impractical. The same is true for fine china, silverware, or crystal. These once treasured symbols of elegance rarely fit modern lifestyles where casual dining and convenience rule. The psychological reason behind this truth is tied to shifting cultural priorities. Seniors often attach value to durability and tradition, while younger people focus on flexibility and experience. They are less likely to spend money on objects they perceive as heavy, high maintenance, or out of style. This generational divide makes many cherished items almost unsellable. Consider the story of Linda, age 81, who spent decades collecting decorative plates. She assumed her children or even collectors would treasure them. But when she tried to sell, she found that the plates fetched only a few dollars apiece at estate sales. Instead of clinging to disappointment, she chose to gift one plate to each grandchild with a short written memory about why it mattered to her. Suddenly, what had little monetary value became an emotional keepsake. This truth teaches us that the value of your belongings is not measured in dollars, but in meaning. When you release the expectation of profit, you free yourself from the sting of disappointment. Instead of chasing financial return, you can focus on transforming ordinary items into vessels of memory, choosing only the few that truly tell your story. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Clutter creates stress, not comfort. One of the biggest myths seniors hold on to is the belief that keeping everything around brings comfort. At first it may feel reassuring to sit in a room surrounded by decades of possessions, each one tied to a memory or a moment in time. But over the years, what once symbolized security can quietly transform into clutter that weighs on your mind and body. Instead of offering peace, those piles of items can create a sense of chaos and overwhelm. Psychologically, clutter is strongly linked to anxiety and fatigue. When every corner of your home is filled with things, your brain has to process them constantly. Even when you are not paying attention, your eyes take in the stacks of boxes, overflowing closets, and crowded shelves, which makes it harder to feel relaxed. This invisible pressure builds up, often leading to irritability, forgetfulness, or a restless feeling you cannot shake. At a stage in life when calm and clarity are most needed, clutter has the opposite effect. Research into aging also shows that clutter poses practical dangers. Seniors who keep too many items around are at higher risk of falls and accidents. A home filled with excess furniture or stored boxes creates narrow walkways and unexpected tripping hazards. For someone in their 70s or 80s, a single fall can cause lasting health problems. What may feel like a sentimental decision to hold on to everything can actually become a health risk over time. Take the example of Margaret, a 76-year-old who refused to part with her basement full of holiday decorations, old furniture, and childhood keepsakes. She believed it gave her comfort to know they were there. But every time she went downstairs, she felt drained just looking at the sheer volume. When her son helped her sort through it, she realized that she had not touched most of the items in years. After donating and clearing out the space, she reported sleeping better and feeling lighter, as if a burden had been lifted off her shoulders. Clutter also complicates the emotional lives of those who love you. Family members often hesitate to visit or help because they feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of stuff. What was meant to symbolize a life well lived can unintentionally push others away. By reducing clutter, you not only give yourself peace, but also create a welcoming environment where relationships can thrive. The truth is that comfort does not come from being surrounded by everything you have ever owned. Real comfort comes from creating a space that is safe, calm, and easy to manage. By letting go of clutter, you give yourself the gift of serenity and give your loved ones a place where they can enjoy your company without distraction. Number 4. Memories live in you, not in objects. Another truth that seniors often struggle to accept is that memories do not actually live inside the things you own. They live inside you. That box of old greeting cards, the closet full of clothes from decades past, or the stacks of souvenirs from trips long ago may feel like anchors to your past. Yet, those objects only serve as triggers. The real memory, the laughter, the voices, the feelings, resides in your heart and mind. Psychologically, we humans are wired to attach meaning to objects because it feels safer than trusting our own memory. Holding on to physical reminders reassures us that we will not lose the story. But with age, this attachment can become a trap. Instead of enjoying the memory, we begin to cling to the item itself, as though without it, the past would vanish. This creates unnecessary fear and makes letting go feel like erasing a part of ourselves, when in truth, nothing important is being erased. Think of Daniel, an 82-year-old, who had kept every program from every concert and play he attended with his late wife. When his daughter pointed out that most of the programs were yellowed and unreadable, he resisted, afraid that tossing them meant losing those evenings together. But when he sat down to write short stories about the moments he remembered most, her smile when the curtain rose, their walks home in the snow, he realized the memories grew sharper without the clutter. He chose to keep only 3 programs that felt most meaningful, and the rest he let go. His memories remained intact, even brighter than before. This truth also applies to photographs. Seniors often keep boxes or albums full of images, believing that every snapshot must be preserved. Yet, most of us do not look through those pictures regularly. And when we do, only a handful truly spark the warmest feelings. By choosing the best, scanning them, or creating a small memory book, you honor your past without drowning in paper. Stories remain because they are already written in your life, not on the back of a photograph. Letting go of objects does not erase the people, the love, or the experiences that shaped you. In fact, clearing away excess can make room for the memories to breathe more freely. When you realize that the essence of your life cannot be stored in boxes or closets, you can release the fear of losing yourself through decluttering. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5. Decluttering is a gift to your loved one. The final truth may be the most difficult to face, but also the most liberating. When you choose to declutter while you are still healthy and able, you are giving a profound gift to the people you care about most. Too often, families are left with the heavy task of sorting through decades of belongings after a parent or grandparent passes away. What should be a time of honoring memories becomes a time of exhaustion, guilt, and even conflict. When you take responsibility for decluttering, you spare your loved ones from that burden. You give them the space to grieve and celebrate your life without being weighed down by endless boxes and decisions. This is not just about kindness, it is about preserving harmony within your family and allowing your legacy to shine through people, not possessions. Psychologically, this choice reflects maturity and foresight. Many seniors fear that letting go of items will make them less relevant or less remembered. In reality, the opposite is true. By clearing away clutter, you show your loved ones that you care enough to protect them from unnecessary hardship. They will remember your thoughtfulness far more than the objects you left behind. Consider the experience of Eleanor, a 79-year-old who spent 2 years slowly decluttering her home. She donated clothing, gave away tools to neighbors, and carefully selected only a handful of keepsakes for her grandchildren. When she passed, her children discovered that the home was easy to manage. Instead of days of sorting, they spent their time sharing stories, laughing, and cooking her favorite recipes together. Eleanor's decision gave her family peace and comfort, which became her true legacy. This truth reminds us that decluttering is not an act of loss, but an act of love. It is a way of showing gratitude for the people who will carry on after you. The fewer things they have to manage, the more energy they will have to honor your life in the ways that truly matter, through memories, traditions, and time spent together. When you look at it this way, decluttering is not only about freeing your own life from the weight of possessions, it is about leaving behind a gift of clarity, ease, and love that your family will never forget. So, in final thought, as we wrap up this video, Take a moment to reflect on the 5 harsh truths we have explored together. Which one struck you the most? Was it the realization that family does not want most of your belongings? Or was it the reminder that your memories live inside you rather than in the objects themselves? Each truth is a chance to see your possessions differently, not as extensions of who you are, but as choices you can make to protect your peace and the well-being of those you love. Decluttering at this stage of life is not about erasing the past. It is about honoring it in a way that sets you free. It is about creating space for calm, joy, and connection, while easing the future load for your family. When you face these truths honestly, you discover a new kind of strength. The strength to let go with love. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.